All right. I thought I'd just pop on. I was so excited from yesterday, and I was getting top water hits. And obviously, we are in post spawn. You saw those baby um, bass yesterday. Tons of them. My goodness. So we are going to prepare a box for top water, which is exciting because I like top water. There is, like I said, there's really nothing more exciting. I mean, when you get an explosion out of the water like I did yesterday, and it felt so good because it's been a while. I mean, I've had a few frogs get hit over at Dog Lake, but it's just starting to happen. The water's just at a great temperature. The babies are spawned, and it's just like, mama, papa, everybody's out. And you will get those little guys hitting. I had one hit my top water too, and it was the size of my top water. So I mean, they're just going crazy right now. And so, what do you throw for top water? Now, my favorite is the Dogma 115 by 6 cents. I mean, it is a walking bait, and it works. It works fantastic. You need a special pole for that, though. You need sort of a medium heavy pole that's very lightweight, so you don't wear out your wrist, because you're always jerking a walking bait. So your pole has a lot to do with the ability to work that rig. And I happen to have a great pole for that. I really do. It's my top water pole. It's not a kastking pole, so but it was my first good quality pole. It was from Bass Pro Shops, the Pro Qualifier 2. Fantastic, super light, very responsive. Love that pole. I've got my Spartacus Plus reel on it. Hey, Jacob, we're going to do top water. This ain't a top water. This is a square bill crank. But top water. Today's top water. So, really, tomorrow, I'm going to be working my new ultralight, and we're going to be throwing poppers on it. So these are just poppers. You're going to just tie right to the front. Don't use a swivel. So I like snap swivels, but there are some baits that it doesn't work well on. So we just tie the line directly to that, and we're going to pull these. And poppers work really, 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 really good. And then there's also Whopper Poppers. So Whopper Plopper, you just put on a medium action. So this is going my other, my Valiant Eagle reel. And this one, this is it. This is what we're doing. You're going to find a grassy bottom. You're going to find a grassy bottom lake, basically, where there's grass, there's bass. You're not going to see the bass, though. And typically, you're in water about 8 feet deep, maybe even shallower. So 8 feet or shallower. And they're going to hear this thing. It's going to go across the top. And they just come out of the grass and they jump up and grab it. And that's the way it is. You could drop poppers, and you can't have surface vegetation. Surface vegetation drive you crazy with a popper. But that's why you use frogs for surface vegetation. If you're in lily pads or tules or something like that, you use frogs. But these right here, you're just going to pop. Just pull it across. While you're reeling it, you're going to pop it. And it's going to make a popping sound up on the surface. That gets their attention, and they just come right out of the water and they grab it. So a Whopper Plopper, frogs, I have my frogs out in the truck, but in their own case. But these right here, just a regular old popper. Poppers work great. I have a lot of walking lures, which I have out in the truck. The walking lures, you saw me, I don't know if you saw me work it yesterday because I ran out of power, but I did get hits on it and I did catch fish on it. But a walking lure is a pencil lure, and it has a little bit of a cup too, pops, and when you pull it, it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it looks like a flailing fish. So also jerk baits this time of year. If you use like a lipless jerk, lipless crank, or you saw me work in that last video, a miniature version of this. I mean, it was like this big. So this one I have high hopes for tomorrow. This is just a jerk bait. That's all it is. The shallow dive jerk bait. This is only going to go down about 1 to 3 feet. And when you pull it, you're just going to give it a little tug. I got to make time for the top. Yeah, you need to go fishing. So this one right here is going to work really, 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 really good tomorrow, because that its little baby version of this was killing it yesterday. So I really think this one's going to bring me in some really nice size bass tomorrow. That's going to be good. Or even if you got these little itty bitty guys, that smallmouth bass that I got yesterday was on this tiny little things. This is a jerkbait. This is just a square bill crank and a tiny little thing. I mean, the size of my thumb, well, the top of my thumb. So, I mean, to be honest, this time of year, it's easy to catch fishing. It's so easy. Yeah, hit it Saturday, Jacob. Hit it. Because you're going to catch a lot of fish right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to get up early just like I did yesterday, spend the day. And my buddy, if he wants to come, he can meet me out there because he's not an early riser. But get out there early, right at daybreak. And there is one bass in the marina, 6-7 pound bass. He just swims there. And I'm going to work that bass first thing in the morning. I'll use my medium rod because I really don't think my ultralight, I don't think I want to catch him with my ultralight. But if I could catch that guy with my medium resolute, I mean, it would be my personal best. My personal best is only be I've only caught a 4 pound, which I'm very proud of. Got a great picture of it. But I would love to get a personal best tomorrow. And that bass is just sitting. I named him Satan. Yeah, because he torments every fisherman there. So also, if you use plastics, here's a TOPWATER frog. Just Texas rig this baby and toss it on the water and just walk it over the water. And this is a square bill crank. This one's only going to go down, 3 feet? No, they only go down about 3 feet. 3 to 6 feet. So actually, this might be a really good one for that bass. So if I throw this baby out there for that bass, because he likes to hang out towards the bottom of about 8 to 10 feet of water right in the marina. It's just a matter of getting enough, getting to dive quick enough for it because it's such a tight quarters. So I may have to go with plastics. But this is a really good one in order to get that bass on. Oh, it's silent. This one's silent. Yep, this one's silent. That'll be interesting. This will be this is a bluegill, and love the. I mean, 6 cents is the best hard baits on the market. They're the best. You can't do better. Now, a lot of these little things right here, you don't go early. I do. I go but a lot of these little things right here, these are all little Chinese made ones. These are cheapies. I mean, some of them aren't. Some of the topwaters aren't, but these are really inexpensive lures I got, I don't know, from Alibaba or something like that. But they work. They work. They work really well. So, Whopper Poppers. I'm gonna grab this one's seen better days. He's been eaten up a couple times. Whopper Poppers work really, really good and easy to work. I mean, basically, you just toss them and you pull them across the water on a straight retrieve. And it sounds like a little motorboat. Those are easy. and they work. So, but they can be expensive. Not if you get Chinese ones. So, but yeah, I went on Alibaba and ordered a bunch. And these little guys, I mean, obviously that works. Hey, what's up? You want to go fishing? All right, can't go fishing today. I got a conference call today. So, and this one I got in a mystery tackle box or something like that. So I got a few things of 6 cents. Yeah, you can't go wrong with 6 cents. 2 crankbaits never used. Too scared to throw it. They float. So I mean, nice thing about, yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Yeah, that's a $10 bait. You know, but I probably have 80 or so, 6 cents because of subscription boxes and stuff. I stopped my subscription boxes. I have too many hard baits. So I just got too many. So I just do a la carte. While I need something, I order something. And I need to get better with plastics and Ned rigs. So, and Ned rigs is probably the cheapest, most affordable, most effective way to fish. So, I mean, fishing can get expensive. I mean, I have 60 or 80 of these things. Only $10 each. $1,000 almost just in 6 cents. Crazy. That's their value. So, yeah, well, soft plastics is the most affordable way to go. That's the most affordable way to go. And you can, most soft plastics float. So like these frogs, I can just put a 4-aught hook in it and just toss it out there. And that would be awesome with my ultralight. Really awesome with my ultralight. It would cast far and I'd get good reaction from it. So we'll probably do that one tomorrow too, just to see what this frog can do. I had him bacon scented too. Who doesn't like bacon? I bet you there's a fish out there that likes bacon. So, but yeah, hard bait and lipless cranks are really good right now. You just go with a silver lipless crank right now. Nice thing about lipless cranks, you can fish them through anything, bounce them off anything, any depth you want, shallow, deep, mid, whatever. Lipless cranks work really, really, really well right now. So those are all really good. But tomorrow, because of the water temperature and because of the way I was getting hit yesterday, we're going shallow and top water tomorrow. That's what we're going to do tomorrow, shallow and top water. And so I just put this box together really quick of some old lures of mine, which will work. I'm sure. I mean, that's going to work. That little popper is going to work tomorrow. And it's got a nice little knocker too. Hey, where's my kitty cat? Hello. Come here. Hello. Hi. Hi. Say hi to Jacob. Say hi to Jacob. Yeah, hi. It's getting warm here for Klamath Falls. It's like 90s. So everybody's like freaking out. Oh, it's so hot. So when they're in the beds, I smoke them out with lipless cranks. Yeah, well, they're hard to get off the beds right now. I mean, they're just coming off the beds here. So we're finally getting into a post spawn, which is great because bed fishing is very difficult. It really is. It's like teenage girls. You just can't get them out of bed. So that's why I put bacon on here. One thing that'll get any kid out of bed is smell of bacon. All right? Smell of bacon. This is Bello. It's Italian for handsome. Bello is a Norwegian forest cat. He's really, 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 really big. All right, baby. Look. There he is. And he's still growing. He's about 25 pounds. So, but yeah, he's a good cat. I wanted to train him to go on my kayak with me because the big cats like water, but I don't know where to put them. I don't know where to put you, baby. You know, I've got a front hatch. I was thinking of putting a sling in it, and you can like lay up there on my front hatch. Yeah, I think that would be great. You'd be like the cat yacker. You'd be a cat yacker. He's a good cat. The Norwegian forest cats are the best cat ever for a family. It's a great cat. Huge. It's purebred. This is a natural breed. The Maine Coon cat comes from this breed, and that's a huge cat. So, but just super lovable, and he thinks he's a dog. He likes to fetch and he likes to roll over, and he's not a very shy cat. You're not shy. You show everybody everything. You're a good cat. You are a good cat. Yeah, he likes fishing line. The only thing, if I put him on the boat, he'll probably be tackling all my fishing poles. But yeah, maybe we'll go for a walk later. Yeah, I'm at least training him, so he's got a harness, and we go for a walk in the neighborhood. There's a few stray dogs in the neighborhood that one of my neighbors does not keep kenneled up and are in their yard, so it sometimes causes a problem. Huh. Look at you. Look at you. See, they just love just cuddles. I mean, this is the way a typical Norwegian forest cat is too. I mean, if you look them up, I mean, they're not cheap cats. Bella was fortunately given to us, so I couldn't afford $1,000 cat. But knowing what Bello is, worth every penny. Worth every penny. If I had 1,000, I'd get another one. I don't know if I have enough attention for two of you, but you would love a partner. Because my other cat, she ain't playful. She was a feral cat, and you saw her attack me once on a live broadcast. She's much better than that. She doesn't usually do that, right? She doesn't play well, though, does she? There he goes. He's a good cat, though. Hey, Matt. Thanks. We're doing a lot of new videos tonight. I have a conference call with kastking. We have a non-disclosure agreement on some new things, but he might tell me some things that is going to be coming down. Well, he's going to tell me a lot of things that are coming down the pipe. There are some really cool things by Extremus. You saw the 3 new things, but they're coming out with a 2-man and 4-man tent. Because if you look behind the cot, there's an Extremus tent in that picture. They're also coming out with, I got it in an email. It was just a general email. What was it? There was something else that they're coming out with. Let's see. Let's see if I could find it. Let's see, kastking. Loyalty. Don't forget to do your loyalty points, guys, because I just got more loyalty points today, and exciting news. That's it. No. Oh, here it is. It's an e-zine magazine. So they're coming out with the tents, which is pretty exciting. I just bought a tent, of course. Oh, they're coming out with tactical survival knives and hatchets. You saw the one survival knife, but they're coming out with more cutlery for the outdoors, which, $8 for that knife is a fantastic deal. But the hatchet, dude, I'm all over that. That's going to be great for camping. You saw the stove, $5. And it's got a starter. All the other stoves are under 20. You'll be fortunate to get a starter on it. I mean, I didn't get a starter on the one I bought. So really nice. And your different backpacks. They're coming out with more backpacks. and face mask. Kastking radius line spooler. So that's interesting. They're coming out with a line spooler. So, I mean, in their latest easing, that's what they've got. So, what's my favorite lake here? Lake of the Woods. Lake of the Woods here. I mean, it's a beautiful lake. You catch everything there. I mean, yesterday, 5 species on my new rod. 5 species in one day. And I caught dozens. I mean, Lake of the Woods is not going to give a trophy size anything unless you can catch Satan down in the marina, because that's a 6-7 pounder easy. And nobody's been able to get his attention. But actually somebody did get an 8 pounder at Lake of the Woods last week. So they're there. So Lake of the Woods is my favorite place by far. I love the restaurant. I mean, the pizza place makes a great antipasto salad. I love the salad. And, it's got a nice little couple stores and, facilities, and it's just nice. I mean, even for family, there's swimming areas. There's, I have kids and Adirondack chairs spread out all over the place. You can just sit down and sort of take it in. And it's a great little lake for kayaking. It gets windy for about 3 hours, in the afternoon, and then it dies down again. It's very predictable. So that's my favorite lake for overall everything. My favorite bass lake, that's different. That would be Willow Valley. Willow Valley is not a very good looking lake. It's a reservoir, fairly shallow. But if you're going to catch a big bass in the area, it'll be at Willow Valley. That's where you're going to catch a big bass, in that lake. And so Willow Valley is going to be my best bass lake. Dog Lake for walleye, catch walleye all day long, and good bass there. They got good lily pad area, so you can run a frog on top. Works really, really good. Crappie Lake, emigrants, hands down. Big crappie and thousands of them. You can just go there and load up on 50 crappie and just have the best fish fry. So it all depends. But, when it comes to, and if you want the best part on the river, which is the Williamsons, just above the Sportsman's Rec area at the bend, and catch some huge red-banded trout. Those are all great spots. If you want big trout, Rocky Point. If you can get their attention, you'll look down there, you'll see 8 to 10 pound trout underneath you, and by swarming. I mean, you want an arrow, bow and arrow, so you can just spear one. Yeah, I've gotten really used to fishing the area since we moved here in August, because I fish a lot, and those are really my, depending on what, how far I want to go. The farthest is really Willow Valley. But I love also, if you go to the California side, if you just want a nice little paddling lake where you're guaranteed to catch bass or trout, guaranteed. I mean, you can't go wrong. If you're just having a bad day, you just need to catch something, go to Juanita Lake. It's over by Doris. And if you have a California fishing license, and guaranteed, I mean, you'll catch something, because it's just full of bass and trout. Nothing huge, but just a fun day to sit, and no motors are allowed on the lake. So it's just paddlers, kayakers and, little pontoons, things like that, and inflatables. And it's just a nice little itty bitty lake up in the mountains. But that's a good lake. If you just, one day, Russell, my son, and I, we were fishing I think it was JC Boyle, and we weren't catching anything. I looked at him and said, let's go over to Juanita. So we went over to Juanita, just drove down, another 30 minutes or whatever, and bam, it was great. We caught one, we caught fish there. So I do have my fishing holes. I tell you guys all of them. I tell you all of them. But Lake of the Woods, hands down. I can catch just about anything, anytime. Yeah, it was probably a trout. It shook off. Yeah, it was a trout. I used treble hooks instead of single. Well, Yeah, I use trebles at Lake of the Woods too. You have to use singles in the Williamson's River. That's regulation this year. That's a rule. So it's out in the truck. But I do have a video on how I replace the hooks. But yeah, in the Williamsons you have to use single hooks. But in Lake of the Woods, you'll get trophy trout there. And because 4 Mile Lake is closed all year, and the same people that own Lake of the Woods owns 4 Mile Lake, all those trout stock that was going to go to 4 Mile Lake is going to come over to Lake of the Woods. So Lake of the Woods is going to get twice the stocking of trout this year of trophy and regulation, legal size. So Lake of the Woods is going to be a better spot this year than it was last year for trout, because 4 Mile Lake is closed for the year because of a beetle or something like that in the trees. So that's going to work really, really well. And Coast Saturday, dude, I go there all the time. I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be at Lake of the Woods tomorrow. If you ever want to hook up over there, be happy to meet you up there, and we'll go fishing. I mean, I went fishing yesterday with a couple other subscribers to the channel, and we had a great time. It was just 3 kayakers out there on the water, and we were just having a good old time. I caught a lot of perch when I was with them, but I did catch a trout on the way back. So, but it was a lot of fun. And caught bass. Right now the bass are bite. Everything's biting. The trout is a little low right now. I haven't got a notification today. I think usually I get. Oh no, here it is. I haven't done a rec report today, a fishing report. So let me look to see what rec report. Let's see when their next stocking is at Lake of the Woods, because I love find beginner friendly places. Where is it? Some tips.
My apologies.
Whatever, you stupid thing. Updated boat ramp. Well, there's a lot of information I need to tell you guys. Here it is. All right. Where is it? Fishing reports. It's southwest for some reason. And up Coquille. Southeast maybe. Let's see if I got it. Man. Why can't I ever? You never find something when you want to find it. You know that, don't you? I'm looking online, ODFW. Last year they didn't even post it. It was so hard. Fishing. Start fishing. Stocking schedules. There it is. All right, here. Southwest. We want this. Yeah, that's fine. We want this. Apply. All right, what do we got? Southeast. This is just for the next week or so. Let's see if anything's coming up. Phillips Reservoir. Nothing this next week, Brett. So it looks like they're spending a lot of time up north next week. So let's go 2 weeks ahead. Bet you we find something now, because they are getting double stocked. So they are getting double stocked. We might be rogue too. Lost Creek Reservoir is getting some, and southeast. Lake of the Woods. The next time Lake of the Woods is getting trout is June 14th through 18th. Not a lot. 1,300, 300 of them are going to be trophy. It's not a lot. It's just not a lot for that lake. I mean, you'll catch some, but it's not going to be like Willow Lake. You go to the Rogue Valley, that area, northeast, I think. Yeah, where's Willow Lake? That's not it. But Willow Lake, it gets a lot of it. I don't know if somebody like paid them off. Man, like they get a ton of fish. That's like the trout lake. Yeah, nothing coming. They just got a huge delivery. Northwest, central, try central. There's Lost Lake. Lost Lake's going to have a lot. 7th through the 11th. So, yeah, looks like, there's some. Who's the biggest? The biggest is going to be Phillips Reservoir. All legals, nothing trophy size. But the biggest trophy size plant is going to be Anthony Lake, 1,150. That's a good size. That's a good size plant of just trophies. So there's going to be some nice stuff coming. But yeah, yellow perch are beautiful, but I can't clean them. It's all bones. I got buddies that love yellow perch, but well, I'll be out there Monday. So it really all depends on weather, wind. It's all a matter of enduring on a kayak out in the wind. So 10-day and what's wind look like Monday? 15 miles an hour. That's borderline. It looks like we've got some windy days, so I'll probably just endure the what's as low as it can get. So I'll probably be out there Monday. I'll probably be there. There's Butte Falls. Let's see what Butte Falls looks like up there. Monday, 12. So yeah, it's gonna be windy. So I'll launch. What I'll do when it's windy is I'll launch over at the. Do that. Private message me. I'll launch over in the main, by the store, and this way it's sort of in the middle of the lake. And so if it's too windy, I won't have to go the distance of the lake on Monday, and I can sort of stick around some of my sweet spots too. Usually in the morning it's not windy at all. And so that's usually when I'll get real aggressive and then sort of make my way mid-lake as the wind starts to pick up about noon. And we'll just, anchor. Find a spot and anchor it. That's what I do. But, I mean, right now, when the wind hits, it's tougher to do, well, you just have to anchor in the right spot for topwater. And the nice thing about wind, too, because it agitates the surface of the water, it also, gets the fish working up a little bit more. It's harder to catch fish when it's no wind, when the water's glassy. It's easier when the water can work up just a little bit, and the fish start to wake up and they get more excited. So, but tomorrow it's not going to be windy, and I'm going to be working topwater, except for Satan first thing in the morning. I'm going to get there 6:30, and he's going to have my full attention because ain't nobody else going to be there, and he'll be hungry. And if there's any one time of the day to catch that stupid bass, it's going to be first thing in the morning. It's not going to be later in the day. And I think a Ned rig. I really think a Ned rig right in front of that stupid idiot's face will work wonders. So I know where he is. I mean, he's huge. I mean, this is a good 6-7 pound bass. I've never caught a bass that big, and I really want him. I mean, I want that bass bad. And then we're just gonna work topwater. If I could get Satan online tomorrow, the fish, then we're just gonna work topwater, and topwater and shallow dive jerks and square bill cranks, because everything's hitting shallow right now. There's no reason to go to the bottom. If you can make enough commotion above the grass, they'll come out of the grass. So use a hard bait with a really good knocker in it, and that'll get them out of the grass. So don't use that one. That's a 30-footer. that one dives 30 feet. I got lots of them that go. So I want them bad too. Yeah, if I could, the only way to get that guy is first thing in the morning. And I really think a soft worm is probably our best way to get that guy. And I was using the Ned right there, and I was getting close to me, so I started reeling it in. And all of a sudden, about a 3-pound bass shot out from underneath the dock, shot out, hit my stupid Ned, but missed the hook. I mean, it was right underneath me. He just shot out, hit it, and went back. I couldn't get him back. I mean, there's some good bass in the marina, really good bass in the marina. And I really think a Ned is going to be the best way to get it, because people are not, bass are wary about what they usually see. People don't use Neds often enough. So people are using wacky rigs, and Senkos and creature baits and swim baits and things like that, which are great. But the bass know it. A Ned, a little Ned, is very attractive to fishes, and people don't throw them much at all. Don't know why. It's probably the most effective man-made lure on the market. So I'm going with something unfamiliar with them, and I think I can get them. I might work that thing for a whole hour, to try to get that guy. If I don't get him in an hour, then we'll just go with surface and shallow dives and see what I can. Maybe I could pull him up with a surface, a popper. The problem with that is that it's so tight quarters, in that marina, that it's really hard to work a topper far enough for him to get attention and then go for it. So it'll be, I might have to just go long ways and see if I can pull him out from the center. He's actually down the center aisle of that marina, and usually halfway in towards the store, you can just look down there, and he just swims down there like Jaws. I mean, he's just do-dum, do-dum, do-dum. He's like, Satan, get him. So we'll see if I can get him tomorrow. If I don't, I'll try another day. I'll try Monday. Try Wednesday next week. So try to go out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And next week, hopefully my boy will be done with school, and he'll be out on his kayak with me. And, we can go out fishing again. This homeschool stuff it's rough, man. It's rough. And he's a junior in high school. So, but I put together a nice little topwater box and shallow dive box for tomorrow. And it's going to be nice. It was beautiful yesterday. Gosh, the wind was just enough to keep you cool. My wife says I'm getting too dark. So, this was yesterday. This is like, I don't know if you guys can see. You guys really can't see that, but there's a tannin line here. There's my watch. Got darker. That's what it was day before yesterday. So, yeah, well, I didn't have a father growing up, and my mom, she was not an outdoors woman. Mom did go deep sea fishing with me, though. Mom would take me deep sea fishing. So she loved deep sea fishing, but she was never a freshwater fisher. But yeah, it was, doing stuff with your kids is great. So, oh yeah, well, it's been hot. It's been hot. So, do you have a kayak coaster? Coast? Do you have a kayak? Or do you have a boat? Or a bank fish? People catch tons of fish on the bank. Oh, you got an 18-foot Sata Swift? Fancy. Fancy. You take that to the lake? It's been forever since I actually have fished from a boat. I mean, I love my kayak. I mean, if you look at the last video I did, of the one I posted today, you'll see at the beginning what my kayak looks like, and it's fully fitted. Yeah, I love my kayak. I mean, it's relaxing. It's quiet too. Well, the nice thing about that, we go all the way down to the end of the lake, to where the tules and the tules and the lily pads are. See, the nice thing about my kayak or your Kodiak is that you can get back there. A regular boat can't. And so I just paddle back there and leave the boats on the lake, and I'm just hitting frogs out there, but that's quite a paddle. So I usually put in at sunset at that ramp, and this way my paddling's not quite as far. But on a windy day, I don't think I want to go, paddling all the way down to the southern end of the lake. Yep. Nice. I don't know. I mean, yeah, PM me. We'll figure out what to do. If you want, I like to fish with you. So if you want me in your boat, I'm fat though. I've gotten round. I'm more rounded in my old age. But no, it's just kind of, yeah, we can take your Zodiac. We can take the Zodiac out, and that would be a lot of fun. We could get back there and get some topwater hits. And that is a great area for bass. There's a great area down at the very end. And, just throw a frog on there, and we're just pulling through those weeds and getting them. I mean, that'd be fun. I haven't been in a boat in ages, Coast. I mean, with a motor. I call my kayak a boat. I mean, it's 12 and a half feet long, and with my outriggers, it's over 6 feet wide. So it's just as big as most boats that I see out on, same size as a John boat, except it's for one guy. So yeah, that'll be great if we can do that. And I don't have to worry about wind on Monday either. There you go. I don't have to worry about wind. So that'd be great. And it's so much fun to go fishing with people. Yeah, well, that's anything to get you out fishing. I mean, anything to get us out fishing. That's what I don't. People wonder about Kastking, and Kastking is a new company. It's only 6 years old or so as a company. They only have 100 employees. All right, Kastking only has like 100 employees in the whole company. I mean, it's a small company, but it is the highest volume fishing gear on Amazon. That's how much of an impact Kastking has made. And you look at the reviews and the way I'm passionate about it, because they're fantastic. They're affordable and they make great stuff. They got great reviews. And now that they're coming out with camping gear and tackle, I'm all excited, and I'm very excited about what today's conference call is going to be. They have I'm going to get a gift card too this month or next month, and for them. And what I'm going to do with the gift card is that I've always wanted to learn fly fishing. And I've never owned fly fishing equipment, and they make fly fishing equipment. And so I will be buying a fly fishing setup next month with my gift card that they're giving me. And, that's really nice of them. And so I'm going to learn fly fishing. There are some lakes in the area that don't allow spinning gear, and parts of the rivers, they don't allow spinning gear. And so I'm really looking forward to, learning how, and it'd be fun to tie flies. People really enjoy tying their own flies. And although, this hand is numb. Half of the hand has no sensation whatsoever. So it's really hard. But the nice thing is I can burn it and cut it and do whatever I want. And I don't even notice until I see blood dripping or blisters. But I'm really looking forward to learning how to fly fish this year. And so next month I'm going to get they have a fly rod that is well thought of. And it's called, what is it called? It's for, part of the proceeds go towards veterans. It's called Anglers of Honor Fly Fishing Rods and Combos. And this particular rod, everyone they sell, they give towards part of the proceeds towards veterans. And it's a very affordable rod. But at the same time, I was raised by my mother, and she was a bartender 7 nights a week. One of the bars was the American Legion. And so I had nothing but veteran drunk father surrogates growing up. And the veterans always treated my little brother and I with love. So there's a special place in my heart for veterans. And they gave everything for unselfish reasons. But what they did for my brother and I, we didn't have a dad, that it was a big deal. It was a big deal. So I'm going to get this thing on the Kastking website called the Anglers of Honor. I don't know much about how to buy one. So there's a professional fly fishing person for Kastking, and I'm going to ask Sandy which one I should buy, and because I don't know the difference between these weights, line weights, 3, 4, 6, 8 weight. I don't know which one to get. Probably just sort of go in the middle, I guess, 4 or 6. So, but anyway, those, it's $110 setup for this fly fishing. And I want to buy this one because of the Anglers of Honor. I think that'll be I think it'd be great. And then we'll just learn how to tie some flies, buy some flies, stuff like that. Okay, write this down. Your private messages aren't enabled for your channel. Oh yeah, you could. My channel has my email under about. So that is my email address, terribleatfishing2019@gmail. So yeah, just send it there. That's my email address. So, but yeah, if you go to about, then they, YouTube has this thing about verifying and stuff. But yeah, send it there. We'll get together. And next month. Awesome. We'll have fun. We're gonna have fun. I like having fun. We're going to catch fish. Lots of it. Oh my gosh. It's funny. Yesterday was my best day ever. But 2 days prior to that, I was at JC Boy. That was my best day ever. So the fish are biting like crazy right now. I have to get to Immigrant and just load up on crappie. I mean, my God, I love crappie. And go back to Immigrant and just, bring my bucket and just catch 50 crappie and just have the big old fish fry, maybe invite some of the neighbors over or something like that. And just have a fish fry. That would be a lot of fun. I have great neighbors. So I have to probably do that on a Friday and have a fish fry on a Saturday. That would be a smart thing to do. So maybe a week from tomorrow, go out to Immigrant and just catch a bunch of crappie and bring it home and just start filleting. It's a whole lot of fillets, but those are good size slabs. They're 12 to 18 inch slabs. And those are much easier to fillet than having a 6 to 10 inch slab in front of you, which I did last time. Those are all Lake of the Woods crappies. But man, it was that'll be so much fun to grab a bunch of them. So, all right, buddy, I'm going to leave you. Been online for 51 minutes. Woo, my goodness. But tomorrow, bam, topwater. We got Whopper Poppers. We got poppers. We got shallow dive. And we've got plastics that I'm going to float. And we are going, my first thing in the morning, kill Satan. Kill him. Well, I won't kill him. I'll put him back. But capture Satan. So that's what I want. I want that 6-7 pound bass down there. And I think one of my Neds is going to do it. So take care, buddy. Hey, send it to me. We'll get together. We'll make arrangements. We'll have a great time Monday. And we'll see you guys where? Out on the water.